Konnichiwa, minasan. Boku no namae wa Niku. Really? Oh, I thought we were doing the Japanese edition. I'm sorry. I have another unboxing for you guys. Um, and it's gonna be me! No, I'm just kidding. I might be depressed, but I'm not that desperate. I'm not that brave, I guess you'd say. I don't know. Man, do I have some stuff to show you guys? I mean, I got a pretty. It's a long box. Sorry, my keyboard is. Yeah, it's a slim box, but it's a long one. There's a reason for that. Yeah. Yeah, I've been learning like the entire Wizards and Warriors 2 soundtrack. I've been playing it on organ. I think it sounds best on this keyboard with that patch. Alright, so let's see what goodies lie in wait. There's also a couple other things that I got, which I will show you guys. Of course. When have I ever hid anything from you guys? You know, since, yeah, before anyone's like, oh my god, are you okay? Are you okay? It's like, yeah, I'm depressed, but I'm okay. In the most part. Or for the most part. You know, and I'll save the thing that's making this box long for last. Alright, again, a lot of DVDs in here and stuff, so if that's not your forte, you might want to not watch, I don't know. Ah, yes. So I've never seen this movie. I remember I had the NES game. I think I still do. The game store I bought it from no longer exists, I'm afraid. But I bought the VHS for Darkman. Now, here's the interesting thing. This one cost me $40 because this is the only way to see the Japanese dubbed version. And there is a subtitled version of this that looks identical, except it's a lot cheaper and you can get it on DVD as well. But like back here, of course, it says Japanese language version, or the Japanese text underneath, Nihongo Fukikaiban. Yeah, I know, I speak too much Japanese. That's weird how some of them are packaged though. Like, so you got the VHS sticking out, so you can just pull it out. It is pretty nifty. The Blu-ray I have for Final Destination, and I think the one I have for it's called Session, but it's the Japanese titling of Whiplash. You know, the one with J.K. Simmons. But yeah, unfortunately, my computer doesn't seem to play Blu-ray discs. It has a Blu-ray player in it, and from what I read on Sony's site, Japanese and American Blu-rays use the same region number, so it should work, but it doesn't for whatever reason. So hopefully I could figure that out sometime. You know, like reminds me of a ABGN's Freddy Krueger Nightmare on Elm Street episode. Oh, figure that out! You know, that was one of the first, I think the first ABGN episode I ever saw was Friday the 13th. If any of you guys out there watch ABGN, what was your first episode? I think that was my first episode of ABGN was Friday the 13th. That's the first one I remember seeing anyways. Of course, I've watched every other episode of this, but... Alright. Oh, yes! Quite possibly, I'm going to say this is my favorite movie of all time. And there's a reason for that. I'll explain. I was pondering this earlier. This is The Big Lebowski. You might be like, well, wait a minute. You got The Big Lebowski. By the way, yeah. I mean, what's the difference? It's the same person, right? Looks like the same person. But you're like, wait, you just got a DVD for that. Yeah, that was an older version of the DVD. This one not only has... it was redubbed in Japanese, but it also has English subtitles, I think. So, that will be nice. Yeah, it's got... Oh, it even has Thai dubbing. That's funny. Maybe my cousin would understand that. English, Japanese, Indonesian. I don't know the one language, and there's Chinese and Thai. Wow, a lot of. Wow, that's pretty cool. Yeah. So yeah, I was trying to decide earlier whether Snatch was my favorite movie of all time or Big Lebowski, and I'd only say Big Lebowski because I remember a huge portion of the script, word for word, with all the stutters and everything. So, Snatch, I don't know all the dialogue, and I haven't seen it as many times, but it's not to say I don't like it though. Oh yeah, cool, my shirt arrived. Yeah, this is a manga that I was reading. I'm just trying to find out how to... I can't... I'll have to figure out later how to get it, but it's a Kaiketsu Zorori shirt. It's a manga that I've been reading. I just had it right here. Okay, yeah, here's one of the mangas. So, yeah, even though I can't read, I can't understand everything in this book, a lot of it's written in hiragana, and the kanji has like the hiragana over it so you can read it. So I can read every part of this, no problem. It's just understanding all of it is the real challenge. Now, let me move my microphone a bit. It's probably loud enough, right? Yeah, it looks like it is. Okay. Alright, awesome. Can't wait to try that on later. I need to find a place to put this crap. But yes, for now, let's put it on my amplifier. Hopefully that works. I don't have as much stuff as last time, so hopefully it's not as much crap. It's the only bad thing about getting the stuff from Japan. Yeah, I was supposed to get this at the last shipment, but it hadn't arrived at the warehouse. It took like several weeks before it did. But this is The Wedding Singer. So I've never seen it. I know it's one of Adam Sandler's earlier movies, so it's probably better than the stuff he does now. I don't know. I know a lot of people are sick of his work. It's like, yeah. But I grew up with Adam Sandler, so he's one of my favorite actors. Should I show this to you? No, I'm not going to show this to you just yet. I wanna keep it aside for now. It's not quite time yet. All right. I forgot there are two big things in this box that I want to show you that are gaming related. Yeah, how about that? Wait, what's that? He actually does gaming videos? Oh yes. I bought the US CD and then I found out that it was released in Japan to my not chagrin. That means I didn't want it to, but to my surprise, my astonishment. I remember I can't remember the book, but there was like a book I read in kindergarten, and I read the word astonished, and like the teacher's like, "Oh, I can't believe you know what that word means." It's like, I don't know, I get it. But this is Cake Comfort Eagle, and it's the Japanese version, which I did not know there was one. However, unfortunately, their name wasn't worthy enough to be written in Japanese, only the album title, so I'm sorry. I don't know why I'm sorry, but I just am, okay? I got into that because Weird Al did a song called Close But No Cigar, and it turns out that he was parodying this, or he was just writing in the style of... It's not a direct parody of one of their songs, but it's supposed to sound like something that Cake wrote, so it's like, I like it. You know, especially since Chicago is one of my favorite bands of all time. You know, they got the brass playing with the guitars and everything. You know, like classical instruments being played with modern instruments is pretty cool. So, yeah, I'll have to listen to more songs. If anyone knows them, recommend any good songs that I might like. The only song I know of there so far is Short Skirt, Long Jacket, which, of course, is on that album. Man. Oh my gosh, wow. I got a lot. Okay. There's more boxes in here. Don't you talk about my boxes. I like boxes. Or as they call it in Japan, bako. Not tabako, which, you know, is tobacco. But, okay. What's in the other box, though? There's like... You'll have to excuse me here. What's that? Well, of course, I can't make you excuse me, but... Okay. You know what? Let's see what's in this box first. Yes. Something I've wanted for a long time. Actually, since I got the organ out, I'll play something from it. Hope that's not too loud for the microphone. Anyway. Get all the filler out. Oh my gosh, okay. Okay. Woo! Okay. So what I got here is... Okay, there's 5 of them. Trying to get them off or whatever. Japanese versions of the Star Wars movies. So let's see, we got Revenge of the Sith. I got Attack of the Clones. We got Phantom Menace, Return of the Jedi, Emperor Strikes Back, and A New Hope. Yeah, I've always wanted to see these since I was a kid because I grew up with the Super Star Wars games. I'll give you guys a funny story while I'm unboxing the next thing, but I think I got like 2 things left. But so I remember when I was a kid, we went to Toys R Us. Yeah, I remember them after we got a Nintendo 64, which I think we got from Costco. I just remember a side story. I remember when me and my sister were kids, and every time we go into Costco, we'd see the N64 at the front of the store and be like, "Oh, please get us one, please get us one." Our parents never did until like much later. But anyways, yeah, we were at Toys R Us. We bought a couple, or my parents bought a couple Nintendo 64 games, even though at the time we didn't have one. And and they were Star Wars games. I don't remember what games they were. I just remember they were Nintendo 64 Star Wars games. So they went back and exchanged them for a couple Super Nintendo Star Wars games. So I only grew up with Super Empire Strikes Back and Super Return of the Jedi, which is the better two. The first Super Star Wars really wasn't that good. But the cool thing was Empire Strikes Back, they actually got feedback from people on what to improve. And then Return of the Jedi was my favorite because that was the one I could actually beat. But anyways, alright, so what is it? This is why I didn't show the other item, because this kind of coincides with it. But say hello to my own GameCube. Yeah, it's like I got the spicy orange one, or whatever they call it. Which is funny, I was just at Panda Express the other day, that was good. But yeah, and it's got everything. It's got the controller and adapter. I'll show you the controller, I guess. But yeah, that's pretty cool. I'm gonna leave everything else in here though, because just to keep it organized. I don't want everything getting. Oh, I smell that. I don't know what it is, but it smells good. Even though now, I guess I could barely smell. I don't know. I'm being weird. I'm being like Joe Biden right now. Sorry. But that wasn't it though. Of course, it came with a few games. Now, by a few, I mean 2, and then I got a third one. Of course, there's other. I actually do have one other Japanese GameCube game. I think it's up there somewhere. It's Everything or Nothing, James Bond. I just saw that at a game store. It's like, oh man, I'd love to get that. Even though it's my least favorite Bond game, but I know it's at least a good game. I just didn't like it because I like FPSs. So it kind of disappointed me when they made it a third-person game. I think they were just, it's like Zelda 2, they were just trying different things at the time. It's like, okay, we've done this before, so let's try something else to see if it works better or if it works worse. Either way. Anyways, I could not seem to get this packaging open. But anyways, I do go back to Star Wars. I do own Super Star Wars now. It took me a while, but I found one at like a pawn shop that I got. So yeah, it's awful, but what can you do? So the first game here, I'm sure it's got a different title in the U.S., is Biohazard, which I believe is the Japanese version of Resident Evil. And I know my cousin. Oh, there's 2 discs too. Wow. Look at that. I didn't know that. That's very interesting. As Jeff Bridges would say, that's fucking interesting, man. That's fucking interesting. Going back to Big Lebowski, right? Yeah, Capcom. I've never played Resident Evil. I've heard it's good, though. I don't know. I mean, my stepbrother would know. So, did I say my cousin earlier? If I did, I meant to say my stepbrother. And then this one is One Piece, but I don't know what game. Let's see. Grand Battle 3. Oh, okay. Grand Battle 3. So, my sister's more familiar with One Piece than I am. I mean, I know the basic premise. It's like this pirate kid who is like, the Mr. Fantastic or whatever. But, I'm not Other than that, I'm not really familiar with the anime. I know there's like that teddy bear character. Yeah, see, he's on the cover here. That's funny. Alright. So, the other thing that I got, though. This one is a classic, and you probably already know what it is. One of the best fighting games of all time, and my favorite in the series. And that is Super Smash Bros. Melee. Or as they call it in Japan, Daironto Smash Bros. Deluxe. Try it again. Daironto Smash Bros. Deluxe. So, yeah, you can. You know what's funny? You know, when I speak, it's nice when you don't have to like do it like a voice to like I don't have to do this or something. My voice to sound different. All I have to do is speak in a different language, and then you wouldn't even recognize my voice. Yeah, all the memories of playing this game as a kid. Oh my gosh, it was so good. Anyway, can't wait to play it. I'm just looking at stuff. Alright. A local game store actually had a copy of this game, but I didn't buy it because it didn't have the manual. I know some people are like, oh, that's cheap. But, not to me. Especially when it costed, I think it was a little cheaper for this one anyway, so. It always happens. Golden rule. I always get interrupted. And it's in Spanish. I don't even know what the ad is. Or what that message is. My Spanish is very limited. My Japanese is much better, but not like a long shot. Okay, so what was the other thing? I had one more thing in this box. I actually have the US version of this, so let's see what it is. Pretty long. Look at that. Look at that. Pretty long, huh? Oh, excuse me. Is that like the millionth time I've done this video, or is that just me? Be very careful. Yeah, this is a classic. I need to get out this thing again, but I'll just throw that out later. But this is the Super Scope. Yeah. You know, that gun from Super Smash Bros. Melee while we're on the subject. But yeah, I actually do have a complete version of this for the Super Nintendo, but it's in the garage. I don't feel like getting it right now. This was really cheap, though. That's why I bought it. And it's like, I do have that little tiny TV. In fact, the games are probably easier to play, because like, you don't have to like move the gun all the way. You don't have to move it just a little bit to shoot at things. So that's nice. But I'd have to see if it works. Okay. Okay. Wow. I got a lot of stuff here. Okay. Now I can take this box and tell it to go screw itself. I don't know. How do you get this thing open? Because I don't want to, like, I don't want to destroy it. I probably won't take the gun out. I just want to see the... God, it's like brand new. That's so cool. Whoa! Yes. Okay, there you go. You got... Oh, shit. Can't see it. Can't see it. There you go. Oh my god, that's so cool. If only it actually fired laser blasts like it does in Melee, but... And of course it comes with the Super Scope 6 game. The title didn't change in Japan, in case you're wondering. It's still called a Super Scope. Yeah. I'm sorry, I'm just looking. Alright, cool. Super Scope, how to use it and everything. You know, don't shoot yourself in the face or anything. Make sure the safety's on. Alright, pretty cool though. I'm glad I picked this up. And, well, I don't know. I guess that's about it for this video. Oh, no it's not. There's a couple other things that I got and I wanted to show you guys. That's right. Sorry. I can be quite forgetful sometimes. Just gotta put this over here. So the other things, I was at the CD store. Oh yeah, here's my U.S. copy of Cake. Funny enough. Um, Now, Mercury Falling is one of my favorite albums of all time, and I was at the CD store, and they just happen to have this 2-disc version. I guess there's like some like live versions of the songs and some mixes and stuff. I did not know that. My favorite album of all time, and I did not know there's a 2-disc version. I feel like such a klutz. Okay. Yes. So, I showed you guys this, I think, last time. If not, I did get the extremely rare Star Wars on the Famicom, and not the crappy Namco version, but the good yet ridiculously difficult, what would you call it, Lucasfilm version, which was developed by Beam Software. So let me get this straight before I show you the game. Some probably already know what it is, but so Namco, a game company known and it was actually developed by Namco, not by some third party, and then Namco just published it. But Namco makes games like Pac-Man, Galaga, Pole Position, like just really good classic games, and then they released that really crappy Famicom version. Beam Software, a company that makes games like Back to the Future 1, Back to the Future 2 and 3, Bigfoot, I guess some people don't like that one, Hunt for Red October, you know, all these crappy games, ends up kicking Namco's ass. What a weird world we live in. Anyways, yeah, it's Empire Strikes Back. This one, I'm not going to say how much I paid for it, but it wasn't as much as Dragon Slayer. And I figured I'm going to play, I will commit myself to playing through it if I do buy it. But I thought it was a good idea to get it before it goes up further in price. This version was actually cheaper than most of the other copies because it's not in like pristine condition. Like, you know, here, I don't know if you can see it, but there's like a line that like kind of goes through the box or whatever. Kind of. Now this camera's not the best quality, but well, I'm looking forward to playing through this. I got to the 3rd level, and I can't get past that. I get through a good portion of it, and then I just end up getting killed. And in this game, you only get 6 continues and no extra lives. So if at any point you lose all 6 lives out of the, I think, 10 stages there are in the game, that's it. You lose. You know, good day, sir. I'm just trying to think, was there anything else? No, the only other thing I've been doing recently is trying to play through GoldenEye and 00 Agent. And I got to the control room level, and I just said, fuck it. That is impossible. They obviously made it with no realistic way of beating it. I'm done. You know, I gave up. You know, at least for now. Maybe I'll try again later, but I just went into a fit of rage after I couldn't beat that level for the millionth time. Especially because you get so damn far in it. You have to protect Natalia. It's like, okay, let me give you a quick rundown, because I need to get going here soon. It's almost band rehearsal time, but so control room level, there's these 3 mounted turret guns that you have to really be careful to shoot at. If you're at all in their line of sight, they fire at you. So what you got to do is you got to like wait till like 1 pixel of them shows up, you know, like from like looking out of a wall or whatever, and then you shoot at that pixel until it explodes. So that's the first part. Then after you kill the enemies in the room, which isn't a big deal, Natalia will come out. It takes her like fucking 5 minutes to open up this door, which she has to do in order for you to go further in the level. So you do that, and then later in the level, you have to take out a couple more turret guns and put some mines on these servers or whatever. Then you got to go into the control room, or you open up this one door, and Talia comes in through there. Then you have to protect her for like 2-3 minutes. And some of the guards shoot at Natalia, not you. And a lot of the times they're fucking invisible, so she ends up getting killed. It's like, and it doesn't sound that bad, but until you actually play the level on 00 Agent, you have no idea how bad it is. Then again, what am I to expect from the same developers of Battletoads? By the way, if I ever beat the Famicom version, I'm going to consider myself actually beating the game, because for those who don't know, Battletoads was actually made easier for the Japanese version. It's like, so I don't care if people are like, oh yeah, but you didn't actually, like, if I ever do beat the game in the future, it's like, And then people were like, oh, well, you didn't actually beat it because it's like, no, fuck you. It's an official version. It's not like it's a ROM hack or anything. It's an official version of the game. I beat it. Bite me. Well, with that said, I think it is time for me to go. I'm sorry that I haven't really been active. Like I said, I'm trying to look for my capture equipment because I bought a bunch of like cables and shit, and now I can't find them. I didn't even take them out of the packaging. I bought them from Amazon. I gotta look for my capture device, which I think is in one of these drawers, and I gotta figure out how to get the damn thing working. I had that Pinnacle device, and I realized I accidentally broke the USB part of it, USB connector. But that thing was a piece of shit anyway, because, I mean, if you've seen it using my reviews, then it records great and everything. But the program that I used for it, I think it was called like Pinnacle Studio, I think. It was the only program that would work with it. So it's not like I could use like OBS or something and record off of it, because then there wouldn't be any sound. You had to use this one specific program, and it would drop frames whenever it wanted to. It would let you know while you're recording, like drop frames 5, drop frames 10, or whatever. But it's like, I just couldn't deal with that shit, and it was like, so I don't really miss it. I think it's on the floor somewhere, but yeah, just really frustrating. But I'm working on getting that. It's just like I said, I'm working all the freaking time. You know, my band actually has a gig. Only the last thing to talk about, I guess, is my single, which has been released for some time, but I just found it's on YouTube for free, which I kind of hate. But maybe I'll post a link to that later, do some kind of guitar lesson or something. Although I don't think many people would be interested in that. It was just a labor of love, though. It took like a month to write. But I'll probably make a video on how I came up with that song anyway. But that's it for now, guys. I gotta go. I'm just losing my mind. So I'll see you guys later. God bless. Peace out. Have a good one.